Okay. Whoever's here, can you hear me? Okay, cool. Perfect. Let's start. Yo, the setup took like 16 minutes. Crazy. Okay, cool. We're finishing up lesson. What was our last lesson? I need to put this one here. Mm. Because the dining room. I need to be able to see. Like, because there's no one. There's no one that side. Okay, I was just fixing up the chat so I can see everyone. Should be good now. Alright, so where's it? Where's it? What are we making today? We're finishing up week 6. Bro, how can I become confident when programming? Like, know that I can take a particular project. Once you can do. Okay, why is this looking so ugly now? Once you can do projects like. Ah, man, why is it looking like this? Once you can start doing projects, how do I even put this? Once you can start doing side projects without needing too much external help, then you can say you're a bit more confident at that point. Okay, let's start. The last thing we did, show edit contact, show edit contact. Where's that? Show edit contact. Oh, okay. So the last thing we did was showing the actual edit contact page. That being show edit contact page. That being the edit contact page. So we're just creating a function that we'll use. At the moment, as you can see, there's still no usages for that. I'm just now wondering why my code looks so weird. There we go. There was no coloring. Cool. So are we still together, right? Which way did you follow? Did you follow their method or were you following this method here? Because we haven't gotten to a point where we're testing it. Because if you use their method, then I'm not too sure exactly where the issue could have been. But here, we're about to get to that. Actually, this is the next function we're writing to actually now do the actual service call using the API. Yeah, I should have actually done their way, but um, so did you do it exactly, like exactly the same? Have the config.js, all the stuff. Okay, think we can start. Yep. Okay, well, I'll try and help you. Are you able to share what that error actually is? If you're doing your inspect and see what the error is, you could be getting cause a CORS error, right? Maybe CORS. Just checking your console if you're getting a cause. Okay, I used, yeah, the account that just shared there. Semi what semi do cause, yes. Okay, now the next part we're gonna be writing now is, ish, where did the now YouTube go? The part we'll be writing now is our get context API call, right? So we're gonna write a function. Okay, let's move up. So we are all together, right? Can I just confirm that everyone here is where I'm at? This was the last part we did. So now we're gonna create a new function, and this function will be called get contacts. And then in get context, you don't need to do anything because you are getting something. So it's not like a post where you actually want to add a parameter. Now in here, we'll create a constant variable, and this variable will be called the contacts list. So we'll be storing the list here, all right? So we'll say this is equal to our document.get element by id, and this is our contacts list. Okay, let me check it out. I'll get back to you. Okay, cool. Context list, perfect. Now we'll do context list dot inner html. Hi, winner. Context list dot inner html, because we're getting the actual element called context list that we created on the other side. And in there we're gonna add, the first thing we'll do here is we want to have a loading state. Okay, so for us to do the loading state, we can just say the inner html, we're gonna add a div with a class of loading. We'll have it with a class of loading. Okay, then here we'll just write loading that, then we say loading contacts and close up your div. Small. There we go. So you've now basically said that in my inner HTML for the contacts list, I want to add a loading state. So when this is called, it's gonna start by loading first. So because remember, you don't have anything, you haven't done the API call, so you don't have any context at the moment. So you want to show something to the user that something is happening in the background. So we now first create a loading state by adding the loading within there. Then we'll do another fetch, and what we're fetching here is we'll do the root path. Remember, the root path is this link here at the top. So we'll do our root path plus our controller. So in the Holly, which method did you follow the TikToks from IT Varsity? Okay, cool. So we'll do root path plus controller controller forward slash get contacts. So there's an API endpoint here on this my site that IT Varsity provided or created, and this endpoint has a controller, and that controller has its own endpoint called, or has an endpoint called get contacts. So there's a few endpoints that are there, and the first one we'll be implementing is get contacts. So once we fetch get contacts, we want to do a dot then. After we get it, we want to get the response, right? So we'll do dot then we have a function with the response. That's the response we'd be getting from the API. And then inside there, we want to return the response dot JSON. Okay. Okay, Hali, if you followed my video, then continue from here because we haven't implemented the API yet. Maybe that's why it's not even working. We have not implemented the API yet. Cool. So now what we're doing is we're saying once we do an API call to the controller get contacts, once we get the response, we're returning the response.json because it's a JSON format, right? So once we get the JSON format, we're returning that so we can use it and actually pass the data along to our functions that we've created, right? So after getting this, the next part we're going to do is another dot then, and in this dot then we now want to pass the data we just got to our display context function, right? So what we do here is we'll have function, and in function we'll have data because that's the data we just got, and then there we just do a display contacts and we pass in contacts or data, sorry. Cool. So we still need to create this function, but basically now what we're saying is this function will get all the data we just got, from this API call that was successful, and we pass that data in there. But now we need to also catch errors. So if it was not successful, we need to do dot then, or sorry, dot catch. So we do a dot catch because we're catching the error, right? So we do another function with error. So if we know we got an error, then in here we're gonna do context list dot inner HTML again. So now we want to show an error to the user, say, hey, we got an error, so you should just see that actually we got an error. So we'll say context list dot inner HTML will basically do the same thing. So we'll add single quotes, and we'll do a div with the class equal to error. Okay, and then you can add a message. So you can just say something occurred, please, or something went wrong. Maybe that would even be, please try again later. Okay, and then you can close your div, and yeah, now you've now done functions to handle getting the response, the JSON format. Basically the JSON would have the data, then pass the data in, and yeah, that's that function done. But now obviously now we need to create the display context function. So are there any questions related to get contacts? If there are, please just shout. But let's continue. Then we'll do a function again. This function will have a name. This function will have a name of display contacts. And obviously remember there we asked it, we said we're gonna pass in data, so the data would obviously be passing in is the contacts, so we can just say contacts as the parameter name. Okay, then now we'll have another const to get the actual contact list. So we'll do contact list, right? And then this will be equal to our document how document dot get element by id, and the id obviously we're looking for is a contacts list. I'm late, but I've been struggling. um how, what are you struggling with, like where's the issue? How far did you get? Did you watch our videos or IT Varsity? Cool. So we now have this context list, right? So the first thing we want to do is first check, are there any contacts that we got back from the API? Because sometimes maybe IT Varsity decided, hey, let's remove all the contacts for now, right? And we'll start afresh. So when we now do the API call and get back contacts, it will be empty. So we need to handle scenarios that are empty, right? So if now it's empty, we're gonna do an if no contacts being exclamation mark contacts. Okay, if no contacts, or the contacts dot length, because we're getting back a list, right? So that's an attribute you can use to check the length of a list. So we can do contacts dot length, then say if it's equal to 0, then we know for sure this list is empty. So we're checking between the two, either if there's no contacts or contacts dot length is equal to 0. So if we show that, okay, contacts dot length is equal to 0, then what we now do is we want to return something to the user to show that, hey, you did the call, which was successful, but now we didn't get back any contacts. So all we do here is we do a contacts list dot inner html, and then we say equal to, and we just add a div again, and this div will have a class of loading. We'll have a class of loading, and then we can just say no contacts found, add your first contact. So remember, we're obviously going to allow a user to add a contact as well. So you can just tell them that, hey, you can actually add a contact. So, but for now, just know that there are no contacts at the moment. Cool. That is that there. And just return so that you can close off the function, so that it doesn't continue onto the other stuff we'll be adding at the bottom below this if statement. Cool. Right, let's move on. Now the next part we want to get is the context grid. So where is it? Am I blind? Oh, main context. In this context list, right? We're gonna first do something. So let me show you. We want to now add contacts in here. Okay, we want to add contacts in this specific list. So first thing we'll do is have a let html, right? So we're just creating an html variable here. Cool. So we're doing an HTML variable here, and what this variable will have, single quotes, is a div for context grid. Okay, which is equal to contacts grid. Okay, so that's all. So we're just having this grid, and we'll use it in a bit. Okay, now the next part that we want to do is now we're going to do a for loop. Okay, so what VS Code do you have? I see HTML codes have oh, this is WebStorm. That's why it's a bit nicer. So I'm using WebStorm here. Okay, no, now what we're gonna do now, we have a list, right? We have a list of items, but now we want to go through each and every item and do something specific to each and every item. Okay, so that's what we're gonna use a for loop for. Okay, so we'll do for, right, and then we're gonna do our iterator, let I equal to 0, Why am I saying one? I. So that's our iterator. Let I equal to 0. Then we say I less than contacts dot length. So this will be based on the length of the actual contacts list, right? Ish, why am I using this? Yeah. Okay, so this is let do the let of our iterator. Then now we check if our iterator is less than our list, right? And then afterwards we do the what's this? What is it? Why is the word running away? Adding one. What's plus plus ish? Yes. So basically, what it's doing, it after the loop runs, it will add one to I. Does someone remember the name? What is the word? The word I'm looking for. Um, ish. Let me just check. What is it again? Increment. Yes. Ish. Like that just ran away from me. Cool. So what we want to do is we're gonna increment I. So what increment means, it just says add one, right? So what happens is once the for loop runs for the first time, I is obviously 0, and then it now does the entire loop. At the end, it will increment add 1. So I will become 1. Then it will do it again until I is not less than the context dot list dot length. So we don't want to go over the length of the contacts list, because we only want to iterate within the length of the contacts that we've got available, right? So once that is done, or inside the for loop now, what we'll first have is a const, which is only available within the for loop, and this will be a contact. Okay, so the contact will be our contacts, and look at me doing this. The contact will be the index of whatever we are currently on. So what this means is, within this for loop, what will happen is, as I is equal to 0, it will get the contacts at position 0 being the first contact, right? And it will keep incrementing. So it will check now 0, then it will check 1, then it will check 2. So this is getting an index of the contact. So it's basically getting one specific item within a contacts list. Okay, that is what we are doing right here. So we're saying contact would be contacts I will be whatever is the current increment we are on. Okay, now first thing we're gonna want to do is we want to have an avatar, right? We want to have an avatar of the person. So we can either use the avatar if it's available, meaning someone added an avatar. If not, we're gonna use an what's this, a website called UI avatars. So this will automatically create one based on the name of the person. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll do a let avatar src avatar source. This will be equal to either contact, because now we're looking at the specific contact. We're not looking at entire list of contacts, we're looking at one specific contact. So we'll do let avatar source be equal to our um, contact dot avatar, right? So once we got our avatar, that's good. But now, if this is now null, or we don't have anything here, what we want to now do is have our own specific URL will be adding as the source of our specific avatar. Okay, so you can just do question mark, which means if you don't get this, this is what I want you to try and use, right? So the first thing we'll do is use backticks. Backticks, remember the backticks? It'll be backticks and then dollar sign, curly braces, root path, and then what we want to check is root path controller. Does a root path have a forward slash? I don't remember if our root path has a forward slash. Where is it? Oh, it does. Okay, that's why. Okay, it's gonna be our root path controller, and then we'll do a forward slash uploads forward slash dollar sign and we want to do the contact.avatar, right? So what this is doing, it's first checking, is this null or not? If it's null, or if it's not null, you must do this, the first part, and then if it's null, you'll do the second part. So we'll start with the first part. This is what it will do, and the moment it's null, you now use this colon to say this is the next option you can go to. So here we'll do backticks again, and then here we'll do https colon // ui dash avatars uiavatars.com /API / what's this question mark, which is parameters, and the parameters you want to add is a name, which is equal to our $, curly brackets, contact dot first name, right? So now we have our first name. So what this is basically doing, it's gonna now take whatever you give it, and then it will take first name, last name, the first letters, and do those, on Teams where you've got SR for Simphiwe Radebe. That's what it's basically gonna do in case someone does not have an avatar. But I think App Academy's one will automatically add a blank avatar, if I'm not mistaken. Cool. Then we do plus the last name, so it'll be contact dot last name. Contact dot last name. Okay. Then we can do an background, and background is equal to a specific color. So the color will be, it will be FF6 B6 FF6 B6B, and our color will be equal to FFF, which is white, right? Then we also want to have a size equal to 120. Okay, so that's what we have. This will be a fallback in case there's no avatar given back in the response from the API. Okay, and you can do your semicolon. Cool, that is it there. Are we good there? I hope we are. If not, just shout, but we're gonna continue. Now what we're gonna do is, remember the HTML we just did here. So what we're doing is we're saying HTML plus equal, so we're now adding inside this HTML, right? So we're now adding some code inside here. This will basically code that will be going in that div we just created called contact grid. So in that div we do backtick, then you can press enter twice. So we're gonna work with inside here. So we're gonna work in here. Alright. So within here, all you'll do is we'll start writing our HTML code. So remember, backticks, please make sure it's backticks, not single quotes, backticks. And then what you'll do here, you'll have a div with a class equal to contact card. Remember, we're working on one particular contact at the moment, right? So since it's one particular I see my chat is blocking there. Guys are not saying anything. Okay. Guys should be able to see that part now. But let's maybe move. Okay, we're here. Yeah. Cool. So now we're doing contact card, right? So contact card is basically now saying within the first iteration, this will be a card for one contact, and it will iterate over and over until the entire list is complete. Okay, so it will be contact card, right? And close the div, and then in here you'll add firstly first thing will be an image, and the image source will be something we already created up here, which is this variable called avatar source. So you can do is a $, curly braces, and then avatar source. Basically now this is our image, and then our image will have an alt. The alt will be avatar, and then you can just have a class as well, and the class name will be contact avatar. That's it for our image. So that's the first thing we'll have in our contact card, an image. Then the next part we'll do is a div, and this div will have a class of contact name. Contact name. Okay. Yeah, so we'll have contact name, and where do we get our contact name? We've got variables, so we'll do dollar sign, curly brackets. Then the first one we'll do is contact dot first name. Contact dot first name. Then you have a space. Do another dollar sign, curly brackets, and you'll have contact dot last name. So that's the name that will be populated there. Then you can close your div, right? So that's your contact name. Now you've got your contact name from the API. Then the next part we do now is our contact details. Okay, so this will be another div, and this div will have a class of contact details. Okay, contact details. Now once you got that part, in the div itself we're gonna have two uh, paragraphs basically. So this will be our email address and mobile number. Okay, so here we'll first have a paragraph, and then we'll just have a strong, just to make it bold. This will be for the name, so this will be mobile. And then what you can add is just add like icon. So we'll just add a phone. Cool. So then we can do close the strong. So that's how we close our strong. And then now inside our p, just have a space there so that mobile and whatever you're writing have space in between them. Do a dollar sign, curly braces. Then in here what you'll write is contact dot mobile. Contact dot mobile. This is how now you get the mobile number for the specific contact we are currently on, and close your paragraph. Cool. Then we do the next paragraph. The next paragraph, a strong again. This will be for our email, right? So we can just do email. Close the strong. We can add an icon again, just for just. This icon will have is email. Cool. And then do a space, have a dollar sign, brackets, curly brackets, and then contact dot email. Contact dot email / p. Perfect. So just like that, you've now created the contact details, but now you need to close your div. So just go back and then close your div. So we've got our contact details done there, and now we just want to add actions. So a user should be able to add, obviously add, they'd be able to do somewhere else, but now if they see a contact, they should be able to edit that contact or delete the contact, because we want to allow them to be able to edit. Maybe their name is wrong, or the name that they've saved there is wrong. So we want to allow them to actually to edit the specific contact they're currently on, or delete the specific contact they're currently on, right? So for them to do that, we'll have another div, and this div will be having a class of contact actions. Contact actions. This is the actions that you can do on the specific contact. Okay, now the contact actions will have a button. Okay, and the button will have a class of button btn secondary. That's the styling we'll add to this first button. And an on click, we need to be able to show edit contact page. Remember, we already added the function at the top, so now we're using this show edit contact. What it will do now, show the edit contact page, meaning direct the user to show edit contact. But now this requires a parameter of contact ID. So how do we get that? So you can do single quotes, and you can do a dollar sign, open curly brackets, close them, and then you do contact dot ID. So this will now pass in the contact ID into this function. All right, and then after that, you can close your button, and then you can now add the word, what will the button be named, which is edit, right? And then you can close the button itself. Again, if you are able to, you can add You can add what's this, some text, or sorry, an emoji. So this is an edit, obviously, so you can add an edit, which is a pencil. Then you can now add another button here. This button will be for our delete. Okay, so here we'll have a class of btn space btn danger, danger being red, right? Danger being red. So we'll have a button danger, and then the on click will obviously be delete contact. So on click will have delete contact. So we haven't created it yet, we'll create it, but just add delete contact. And obviously to delete a contact, you need to figure out which contact it is, right? So we need to pass in the contact ID, which is the most unique part of the actual contact object. So we have single quotes, dollar sign, open and close curly brackets. You do contact dot ID, not contacts, remember, contact. And then yeah, so now we add our delete. Okay, now I see my thing is covering there. So I'll just scroll up a bit. Am I still covering? Okay, I hope not. Okay, okay, there we go. So here we're adding our delete, right? And then you can close up your button. If you want to add an icon, you can. This would be what's a bin, right? Yeah, you can add a bin there. That's for your delete. Cool. So basically now what we have here is we've now added our contact action. So let's close our div, and we have one more div to close, the contact card div, and we're done with this part. Okay, then now outside of this backtick, you can close it with a semicolon, and then outside of the is outside of that, am I missing something? This is my for loop. Oh yeah, okay. Outside of the for loop itself, right? Outside of the for loop, you can add HTML plus equal to. Now we want to just close off our div. So you'll just add a closing div. Okay? And just have your semicolon. Cool. So this is now the contact card itself. So when we get a list from our backend, which would be a JSON object, the JSON object will contain different objects within it, right? Being the first contact, maybe 10 contacts, right? And every contact will have a first name, a last name, a mobile number, email address, and an ID, and an avatar, right? So those are the attributes we're looking for within a contact itself. So we've now created a contact card that will automatically fill all that information we get from the API and do it until we get for each and every file or each and every object within our contacts list. So it's now gonna come here, it's gonna do the loop and run this. If we had 10 contacts, it's gonna run this function or this part 10 times. Then that's how it adds it to the HTML 10 times. Okay, and we close the contacts grid. Cool. And then after this, we obviously need to now add it to the inner HTML of the list. So what we'll do here is we'll do contacts list dot inner HTML. Then what we do here is we assign it equal to HTML. And yeah, that is it there. So are there any questions related to this? It's beneficial to understand this more because this is now you working with the API information, right? I don't know if I can do this in Postman, because if I could do it in Postman, I'll show you guys what sorry, I'll show you guys what you actually get back, or what the code actually sees rather, and then you are able to now see that, hey, this is what we're actually assigning or what we are working on. Let me try and open up Postman, and then I'll show you guys that. You guys, if you haven't finished copying, you can copy quickly. I don't want Postman this side. Okay, okay, I'll try and do it. Let me see, let me just get this quickly. I'll do a get request. Perfect. I'll do a new one. As I say, let me show Postman as well, but ish. I don't wanna confuse. So it's a get forward slash controller forward slash get contacts. What is the API? What is it again? It requires. Okay, interesting. Wait, let's see. Oh, okay, perfect. Do you guys want to see the postman? So, okay, let me show you a postman. Uh, Okay, so what happens here, right, is Postman is basically API testing where you can actually test your APIs and check responses and work on those, right? So what happens here is we send a GET request to this API or to this API, right? Once we get it, it gives us a response. The response it gives us is a JSON file, right? So you see this entire code or this entire JSON object here. This is what we get back. So what we can do is we can try and is there no pretty JSON? There we go. Okay, so this is basically what the code is getting back, right? This is one contact, this is another contact, this is another contact. So all of these are specific contacts, right? And each of them have these attributes. So remember now what we wrote there in our here, was it? You see contact.mobile. So what it's doing, it's saying contact, which is this specific object, and it's doing contact.id, contact.first name, contact.last name, contact.email. So basically that's what you're doing. But now imagine having to do how many results are here. Think about this, there's like 5,800 IDs, meaning there's over 5,800 people that have actually created a contact. Now imagine writing 5,800 specific contact cards manually, right? That's a tedious process. So what the for loop will do, it'll go through the length of 5,800 at whatever and loop through and automatically start adding all of your contacts within your HTML file and populate the data for you instead of you doing it 5,000 times. So that's the reason why we did this in the for loop, so it will automate the process for us. Do we understand that part? I just wanted you to actually understand that. So this is basically what Postman does. Ish, I'm showing my other ones. So this is what Postman does. It will you do a get request, it will give you back a JSON. Then now you can see that this is the kind of data you're expecting, and you can start coding to actually work on that specific data. So even edit contact, you could edit on here as well as an example if you were testing. So you could do the edit URL, do a post request, and basic post means you're now posting to the server. So you're saying you sending it to the server itself, right? So we still on the get request. Now, the next part is our refresh contacts. So we're done with the display context. Are there any questions with that? Are there any questions with our display contacts function? If not, I'll be moving on. So now the next part we'll be doing is we're just gonna do a refresh contacts function. So this function is just to refresh the contacts, and what that means is make an API call again. So if now maybe there were 20 more contacts created, but what you have currently rendered does not have that 20, all you do is just do another get request to update your list, right? So all we'll do there is we'll have a function. This function will be called refresh contacts, and then all we do is we call our get contacts function that we already created, and that's all it will do. That's how it refreshes the contacts. You do your get request again, and yeah. Hey Coders, I have a problem with my GitHub app does not run. Which GitHub app, Tseho? Alright, now let's do the next part, adding a contact, okay? Excuse me. So if I where's my screenshot? So remember now we also need to add a contact. So if I can just show you all this, where's Chrome? I want to show you something that's quite important in this as well. Line 105, that's side bracket stuff. Line 105, 105, and line 121, 121. Oh, okay. This is just saying that HTML is equal to HTML plus whatever this content is. So you're adding to this specific this variable itself. You're adding this code into this variable itself. What's the API key? The API key is your email address or App Academy. So if you check our index, did we add it here? API setup page. So the API key would be this. So they used an email address as an API key. So you can use App Academy at IT Varsity as an API key, or use your email address. But what I noticed as well as I was doing this request here, the GET request didn't require me to add an API key. So meaning it is open. It's an open API, so there's no specific protection to actually stop anyone from actually accessing it. So I want to show you CRUD. Mm, open image. Sorry guys, I was just trying to show you all something. It's also quite important, because if you don't understand this, then I don't know what am I doing. Cool. Let's try and show it. Where is it? Okay, so when you look at this, right? This is CRUD operations, right? So CRUD being create, read, update, delete. So these are operations that you do most of the times in databases, as well as what you'd basically do with an API. So what we're doing at the moment is we are doing the R of the CRUD operation. So the R being we're reading data. So we're reading information from the the API. But now you still also want to be able to create, right? So that's the add part that we'll be doing. So create is add. Then updating being, you saw we added the edit. Vuyo, thank you so much, Vuyo. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for the hot me. Um, update is us basically saying we now have a specific record in our database being a contact, and we want to update that record itself. And then delete being we have a specific record being a contact and we want to delete it. So just remember CRUD. CRUD is quite important when it comes to your APIs and databases as well. So don't forget CRUD, CRUD, create, read, update, and delete. Groza, why are you saying yo? Do you need? Are you not understanding it? So yeah, create being you have no record of this person or this thing. You are now adding it. You creating it into the database. Read is saying basically in the database, show me what is there. That's you reading the database. You're reading, right? So you are getting. Then updating is saying I've got a record. I want you to update that record. So make a change to the existing record. Then delete is saying here's the record, delete it. So for update and delete, right, you need to know those require something unique, because if you now update a contact with the name Simphiwe, what if there's 20 Simphiwes in our database? It will update 20 of the Simphiwes because you have not used a unique identifier. So in most cases when it comes to those, there's an ID that is assigned to each and every object, right? So the ID is unique because it changes every time. So you've got one, you've got two. You won't get two twos as an ID. For example, the ID number as well. In a database, you could use that as a unique identifier because there's one person with one ID number. So for updating and deleting, you need to always have a unique identifier that you can use to be able to find that specific object and update or delete that specific object. I hope we understand that part. I know I took a bit, but I was just wanting you to understand. Please let me know if you don't. But let's move on. If you don't understand, just do let me know. But that is also quite important. Hi Tando, thank you so much for the hot me. If you don't understand it, please just do let me know. Okay. Okay. What's the next part? Oh, now we're doing the add, right? So in the CRUD operation, we're now doing the create, the C, because we already done the R. We're now doing the C, being create. Okay. So let's do that. Um, thank you so much, Vuyo. So we'll have a function, and this function will be add contact. Okay, and we'll just pass in the event because this is what we got from our in our HTML side. So we'll have an event, and then first thing we'll do is just do event dot prevent default. Okay, and then the next part, we now want to get the form. So remember, we created a form in our HTML, right? So we'll do a const and get the form element, and then we'll assign it to a new form data, and we'll just add that in there. So the form data is the document query selector. So we're going to get it using a query selector, and what we are looking for is the hashtag add contact form, hashtag add contact form. This will be placed in our form data. So now we've got this object of form data as the variable form. We'll be able to use it. Okay, now this is the part where the API works. Okay, so the API key is needed here because to now make operations onto our database being on the API side, now where do we apply that unique identifier? Mlungisi, what do you mean? Where do we apply that unique identifier? That's your contact ID. So you see here how we say show edit contact. We use contact ID to actually find that specific contact because we want to find all the contacts, right? Okay, so what I was explaining here is I'm saying now we'll be using our API because what we're doing is we are now updating a record in the database, which is something that needs to be secure, right? So we already got our API at the start, right? So all you'll do is you'll do form dot append. So you're adding in our form data a key called API key, and the API key is what we've defined at the top, API key. So just like that, you've now added your API key to the form, so you are able to make up basically post data to the API. So what now we'll do is we'll do a fetch, and we'll have the root path plus, hi Tato, we'll have a root path plus the controller forward slash insert insert. Thank you so much for the rose. Thank you so much for the hot me. Hi Garbo. I will have an insert. Thank you for the popular votes. We'll have an insert contact. Sorry, why am I saying we'll have? We are now using the endpoint insert contact. So this is a post request, right? This is our create part. So it expects data. So this endpoint is expecting data, so it can return data to you, right? So we have insert contact, and then we'll do a comma and then curly brackets, and then those what we want to add here is the method we'll be using. Method. So the method we'll be using is a post, right? So it's post. Make sure it's capitals. So remember what I showed you guys on Postman here. We've got these things here on the side: get, post, put, patch, delete, head options. So these are the type of methods you use to interact with the API. So we now want to do post method, which is posting data. You want to push data to our API, right? Then you're going to add some headers. So these are just saying what type of headers you have, and what we'll do is we're sending JSON, so accept JSON, right? So all you'll do here, the first one we'll have is curly brackets and single quotes. Then what you'll add here is accept capital A and then colon, and you want to add application forward slash JSON, and then comma star dot star in array. Where? What are you talking about? Where? We are not in any array at the moment. We're still doing the fetch, so we're adding all the particular options to do our actual API call. This is your, it's not an array, so you're just adding within your curly brackets, right? Please don't forget your commas, because if you don't, then you could get like some errors. Just add some commas. And then the next part we'll have is our body, and the body is what we're now sending to the API, right? What we're sending to the API is the form, of course, right? So we've created the form data at the top, so all we do is we pass the form variable that we created there, and that's all the options we're now sending there. Then what we want to add now is do dot then. So basically we're saying once this is successful, we want you to return the response. So we'll have function response. In between the two brackets you'll have curly brackets, and you'll do return. You want to return response dot text, response dot text, and then now you've returned the data you would have got back from the API once you've posted information, right? Now what we're gonna do also is now do something with that data, right? So we're gonna do another dot then. So the data we get back has to be karabo manikan. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. What? What? Oh, guys, did you see the error here? Forgot the comma, so just add a comma there. Oh yes, Topsy. Yes, thank you. I just saw it now as I glanced that it's red. Thank you for that. Okay, so now this needs to return something, right? So what they told, thank you so much, Garbo. When I was watching the video, if you get a 1, then it means you got a successful response, right? So what we'll be doing is checking that. So we'll do a return function and the data. So we pass in the data, and then inside here we're gonna check that if our data is equal to 1. So if our data is equal to 1, then we can show to the user, that you were added, the contact was added successfully, right? So you can just do an alert, and this message will say contact added successfully. Okay, so the user will see that, okay, the contact was added successfully because the response we got from the API was that it was successful, right? Then the next part we'll do is we'll do a show contacts, and then show contacts being, it will now take us back to the contacts page, which is the contacts, and then we're gonna do get contacts again. The reason now we're doing the get contacts call again is because since we just added a contact, we want to update the list. So we're gonna do an API call to update the list. And then if none of this is possible, you do an else, and you say else show an alert that there was an error, right? So you're gonna just say error adding contact, and then all you'll do is you can just show the data. So you can say plus data, so you can show what the API gave you back, and let's see if it's an error message or something like that. Maybe something was missing, like they didn't add their name etc, but it went through, something like that. Okay, then that is done. But now, so we're done with actually getting our data and being successful, right? So we also want to catch specific errors, right? Oh, is that star dot star at the end? Yes, it's star dot star at the end. Asterisk star asterisk. I mean asterisk dot asterisk. Yes, that is correct. Um, so the next part we're gonna do here is do a dot catch, right? So after getting it, now you wanna catch the specific errors you could get, right? So do a dot catch, and then in this dot catch, we'll have function, and then in there we wanna pass in the error, and then what we'll show is add an alert to say um, something went wrong. Please try again. So that would now show an error to say something went wrong. Here's an alert, something went wrong. Please just try again. And yeah. And then just close with a semicolon there. And then you are done with your add context function. So now this function, what it will do, it will actually add a contact and send it to our database. So oh, I forgot something. So I need to level up. Yes, you need to level up. You need to fly. What's the name? Tando's flying already. Like, I was just like, what? Okay, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Garabo. Appreciate you. Okay, that's our add contact. Are there any questions? Any questions before we move on to the next part? I will in the next two lives. I can you go live when I'm live. Ish, that's another thing. We keep clashing. We keep clashing. Which language are you using? This is JavaScript. Surprise. Where's that TikTok thingy? Like, are we good? I'll be doing Python as well soon. I'll be doing Python as well soon. How do I submit assignments and tasks for grading? I don't have access to that as well, so I'm not too sure exactly. Uh, this made me hungry. Askisi. But we've been very behind. We've been very, very behind. Leroy, this is JavaScript. Okay, I'm continuing, guys. So we've done our add context, right? Let's go back to our diagram quickly. So we've ticked. Can I draw on this? Oh, yeah. So we've. Hey. Oh. So we've done this part and we've done this one. So now we need to do updating, okay? So now we need to update. So the first thing we'll do is if you go back up here, where is it? Did I lose it? Oh, here. So you see when we show our edit contact page, right? This one. We want to load a specific page that someone can use to actually edit that contact. So let's quickly create that function and then we start working on the update section. Okay. So we have a function. This function will be called load contact for edit. Okay. And this will require a contact ID because it needs something unique, right? So what we'll do is we'll do a fetch. So what we want to now do is fetch a contact using an ID. Okay. So we'll do a fetch, then we do root path plus our controller forward slash get contact forward slash what's this parameter ID equals. So now what this is doing is you are saying, if I go to Postman quickly, let me just show you. So there's these things called parameters, right? So if I do this and I say ID, do you see how it appends what's this question mark ID? So when you add that, it automatically appends a question mark. So a question mark, when you see it in the URL, that is parameters. So that are parameters that it's expecting, right? So you can say ID, maybe an ID that's equal to 2. So that's the query we are basically, or the URL we are actually working on right there. So if you just saw that, when you just add a parameter, that's what happens. So question mark in a URL at the end of it is a parameter. So the parameter of ID would be equal to our contact ID. Okay, so it will just say, it will add the ID on there. Perfect. Then now we're gonna do a .then. So once that is done, what we'll do is I'll get our response. So do a function, and this function will have response, and then in here we're gonna return the response.json. Okay, so we return the response.json. Then now what we want to do something with the data we get back again. So we do another .then, and we have a function that takes our data, and then inside this function we'll first check to see if we actually have anything, right? So we'll do an if, sorry, let me just put it up a bit. We'll do an if data and the data dot length is greater than 0. So what we want to check here is we want to first check, is there any data as well? Is there any data? And so we want both of them to be true. So is there any data, and is the data length greater than 0? So we don't want something that has nothing. So we want if it's greater than 0. Then if so, what we'll do, we'll have a const called contact, right? So it's an internal variable, and this will have data of index 0 being the first one in the list. If maybe 2 came, we just want the first one in the list, right? But 1 needs to come back because it's with one ID. Alright, then now we're gonna use that contact. So first thing we're gonna do in our edit page, we're gonna show the avatar that we have, right? So we can just do show avatar if available. So we're gonna just show the avatar so we can see which contact you're actually editing, right? So what we do then here is we do an if open your brackets contact dot avatar. If contact dot avatar, basically if it's there, being it will be true, then we do a const avatar img, which is equal to backticks. We'll have an img src, which is image source. It will be equal to our equal single quotes $, and then curly brackets. Hi Noni, thank you so much for the hot me and the popular vote. We'll have a $, curly brackets, then we do root path, and then controller outside of root part / uploads / then we do $, open your brackets, then inside you do contact dot avatar. So I'm sure you guys are asking yourself why we're doing it like this instead of just doing contact dot avatar. So if we quickly go back to the response we get, right? What we get back as the avatar is this. We just get the file name, right? We just get the file name. So what it will do, it will now find under IT Varsity's uploads section, we can find it using that avatar, which would be the name like this, right? So this is how it would look. It would get it back like this. So that's the reason why we're doing it like that. Okay, and then we can close our image source. Then we can just have a width of 200 for the image. Then we can also add a style. The style will equal to border radius of 10 pixels, and then you can do your semicolon, single quote, double quotes, and then you can close your tag. Maybe let me add it in 2 lines. Cool. So this is the image you have now. So you've got this avatar image done, then close it with semicolons. Now what you want to do is you want to do the document dot get element by id. Now we want to get the avatar element id, right? So get element by id, and the id we're looking for is edit avatar image. I hope we named it that, right? Edit contact page, edit avatar. Did I edit? Okay, we'll go back. It's fine. Edit avatar. We didn't edit actually. We did not edit. Okay, let's quickly go back to our index.html, right? Our index.html. Under edit contact, just add this. No wonder it wasn't seeing it. So you're gonna add. Let's just write it together. We're gonna add a div with an ID equal to edit avatar image. Okay, then you have a style. The style will have a text align of center, and then you'll have text align center, then you have a margin bottom of 20 pixels, and then yeah, close it just like that. That's all. You just need to add that. Maybe I need to zoom in again. So that's what you need to add below edit contact. Just give it about like 10 seconds. Okay, I also pasted it in the chat on YouTube. Can I paste it on TikTok? Okay, paste it on TikTok as well. So if you missed it, it's in the chat. But let's go back to our script. Cool, so now it should find it. Edit avatar image. There we go. Cool. So after getting our edit avatar image, we're gonna do the dot inner HTML. Actually, now I can't see YouTube. We're gonna do our inner HTML, which is equal to our avatar image. So we're just adding that in there, that image in there. Okay, and semicolon. Then you'll have an else. You just do document dot get element by id, and we're gonna get the edit avatar image, and just have a dot inner HTML equal to an empty string. Cool. That is all that we just did there. That's for our avatar, right? Now the next part we want to do is we want to get or assign our different what is it, fields, all of these. Add, pre-populate the, yeah, go for your inner inner content, it's fine. That they do the same thing. Okay, nope, I don't have these divs. Which divs? The edit context stuff. You should have finished it already. Okay, cool. We gonna now just assign the form group input items, add the actual content in there. So we'll do document dot get element by ID, and one we're first looking for is edit contact ID. Remember, that's the hidden one. And then you do dot value. Dot value is equal to contact dot ID. That's the first one. Then we do document dot get element by ID, and in here what you want to get is the edit first name. All right, edit first name dot value is equal to contact dot first name. And then again we do it to the next ones. Document uh, document dot hi Perry Belly get element by ID, and then we want to edit last name, and we're going to do dot value, which is equal to contact dot last name. Okay, then we do another one, document dot get element by ID, and one we want to get is the edit mobile, and then we do dot value, which is equal to contact dot mobile. Then we do another one, document dot get element by ID, and this is edit email, and you do dot value, which is not value of, dot value is equal to contact dot email. Perfect. So this is now basically saying all of these form groups we have, we're just adding the value of the actual contact, right? So we're pre-populating the value of the contact, whatever it is there, so the person can just edit, right? It's not Python, Sean, or Scene. Sean, it's not Python, it's JavaScript. Cool. Now what we do is we're done with that. Then outside of this, then please make sure it's this, then the brackets and curly brackets and bracket. Then you do a dot catch. You do a dot catch. So now you want to catch the error. So you'll do a function that takes error, and then all you'll do is alert. So to show the user something went wrong. Error loading contact details. So if we couldn't get the contact details when a person says they want to edit them, we show them that there was an error actually getting them, so we can't load them. Then we just take them back to the show contacts page. Okay, so this was just to show the actual load for edit, right? So it's just to show that page to say this is the edit page. And yeah, now we can do the updating of the actual contact, right? So we want to update the actual contact. So now how do we do that? So we can have a function now. This function will be called update contact. Alright, and it will take in event. Then we just want to say that the event dot prevent default. Then the first one we'll have is a const for form, so we just get the form, and then it will be equal to new form data, and then in here we want to get the document dot query selector. Document dot query selector. I give up, guys. I'm in exams. No, you can't give up. Can't give up. We know what the query selector we're looking for is hashtag edit contact form. Okay, that's the form we're looking for. Now we have it, and then we do a const, and this one will be our contact ID. Then the way we can get our contact ID is through our form, right? Because in the form we assign the contact ID. So you can do is just do document. Why do I keep putting that on? Document dot get element by ID, and the one we're looking for is edit contact ID. Then we just want the value dot value. Then now we have the contact ID. Looks like Java. Hi guys, not Java. Doesn't look like Java. Okay, so after we have that, does it Java? Yeah, it says looks like Java. No. Okay, after we have that, we're just gonna append the ID to the form as well as the API key because we're doing a post request. So what we'll do here is we'll do form dot append. So we're adding it, and we're adding an API key, and the value of this API key is API key, which is at the top. Then we do another form dot append, and what we want to add is an ID, and then this is the contact ID we just created up here now. Okay, then now we do the fetch to actually do the API call. So we'll get the root path plus controller, sorry, single quotes controller / edit contact, right? So now this is an edit contact endpoint which we'll be using to post data, right? Then you do a comma. This is now adding the options, the request info, right? So you're gonna add a method. So the method we're actually doing is a post. So you can just do post, capital letters, right? Post, comma. Then we want to do some headers, and the headers will be adding. You can do curly brackets. We'll first add an accept. We'll add an accept, which is of application. What did I do here? Okay, application / JSON. I wrote JSON for real. Comma star dot star. So asterisk dot asterisk, and then you can just do comma. Why do I have a bracket after curly brackets? Which line are you talking about? Live stream. Which line are you talking about? Then in the body we're gonna pass in the form. Body, it will be the form. Cool. Alright, now we'll do the dot then. So what when I say is then, let's now return the data, right? So we want to first check was it successful. So if we get a 1, then we know it was successful. So we'll have a function, and this function will be of response, and then in here we'll return response dot text 201 201 201 201. Oh, okay, the reason there's a bracket and a curly bracket is because these are now request options. So if I put it in one line, you'd be able to see that this is the request options, right? So these are specific options you're adding. Then you close your fetch. So the bracket is for the fetch, then this is for the request options. So you're adding all the request options inside of the curly brackets. That's why they were like that. So it's just a formatting thing. So it's just to format it a bit nicer. Could even have it separately, where you just say that ends like that, then you'd be able to see. So even this, you could enter it, then you can start So I don't know, do you see? So the root bracket is on its own, and then these are the options, the request options inside the curly brackets. Cool. So here we're getting the first response from the API. Then we do another dot then, and we wanna now get that data, right? So we'll do data, okay, and then brackets, curly brackets, I mean, and then we do an if our data is equal to 1, right? If it's equal to 1, then we know it was successful. We do alert, contact, contact updated successfully. So we just want to say that, hey, the contact update was successful. Then now we're going to show contact. So we take the user back to the show contacts page, and then we're going to just do the get request again to just get the contacts. And then if that was not successful, we do an else, and then else we alert to say there was an error, right? So we can add error updating contact. So there was an error to update the contact, then you can just add that. She says plus data, because the error will be part of the data, right? Close it with semicolon. Then yeah, so after this we'll just add a dot catch, so to catch any other error. And for this one you add a function of error, right? And then between the two brackets inside there you want to add an alert to show the user that something went wrong. So you can just say something went wrong, please try again. Cool. So this is now you just showing the user that something went wrong, and then they will just try again. And you can just close this with the semicolon. Cool. So just like that, we've done the update portion. This is the API call to actually update the contact, right? So updating the contact based on the ID that we get, right? So if you go back here, we've now done this part, and now all that's left is for us to do the delete. So this is your basic operations that you'd always have, your basic operations. So now we want to do the delete, right? So let's work on the delete, which is the last part, and we can run our application. Thank you so much, Becca, for the thank you so much, Becca, for the roses. Appreciate you so much. Cool. So now this is a function of delete contact. Cool. Now this one needs an ID as well, right? Because we need to show an ID or use an ID to actually delete a specific record and not delete all that have the same name or whatever. So we'll do contact ID. So we're expecting contact ID. Then the first thing we'll do is we'll have a variable here. This variable will be of confirm delete. So such operations, you want to make sure the user actually confirms that they want to do the action, because you don't want to just automatically do it. Maybe they were there by mistake. So you always try and nudge the user to actually make sure that they actually want to do that specific action, right? So you can do confirm delete, which is equal to confirm. So confirm, this would be showing a pop-up, right, for them to actually confirm yes or no, right? So which just the message would add for them is delete contact delete contact. So this would be delete contact. We need more open source sharing skills of what you're doing. So thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Then we just ask them, are you sure? Thank you so much for the controller. Oh, controller, thank you so much. Appreciate you. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so this is now us getting the confirm, right? And then now we're gonna check if the confirm is true, then only we will do the actual request, right? So we'll just do an if statement to check if the confirm delete confirm how if the confirm delete is equal to true, because it returns a boolean, right? So we're gonna just check if it's equal to true, and if so, then now we can work on the actual function or the actual request to delete this person, right? So to do that, we'll do a fetch, and this fetch will use the root path plus our actual endpoint. So the endpoint would be controller. It would be controller forward slash delete dash contact, delete contact forward slash. Then it now needs a parameter being the ID. Do you understand the manual production? Do you understand that manual programming will be redundant in the future? No, it won't. If you say so, then good, good. But I say no in certain instances. But sure, let's continue. So controller forward slash delete contact. So this is the endpoint we're actually going for, right? And then we just say plus contact ID because we're gonna add that contact ID. So it will delete the specific contact only, not any other contact. Then after that we can do a dot then. Yeah, ask him how. Tell us how. I will do a dot then, and then we have a function, and we just want to get the response we got back from the API, right? Then inside this response, what we want to do is return the actual text of the response. So we'll return response.text, not JSON.text, because we're expecting a string, and the text we got would either be a 1. So if it's a 1, then only will it be successful, right? So if we get that back, let's go down and do a dot then, and then in this dot then we'll have a function of data. So that's the data we just got. Then in here now we want to check if our data is equal to 1, and if it is equal to 1, the skill of understanding language even thank you, thank you, thank you. Gosh. Okay, Viggy. Yeah, so now we want to check if it's successful, right? If it's successful, then we're gonna tell the user that it was. So we do an alert of contact deleted successfully. Perfect. And once that happens, we just want to do a get request again to get the contacts. Gosh. Do your best. And then we do an else. Then if the delete was unsuccessful, then we're obviously gonna tell them add an alert to say there was an error. So you can just do error deleting. Thank you, Ktage. Thank you. Error deleting contact. And then we just add the data we would have received from the API. But now we also want to do a dot catch. This is to actually catch any errors, right? So we'll have a function. A revive coding is the future. Gosh, for real. Alert. Okay, this person is disturbing us. Yes, you can leave us in peace, Viggy. Vibe coding is the future, as you say. What we'll do now here is we're catching the errors, right? So if there is one, we'll just have an alert and show the error. We'll show an alert of something went wrong. Please try again. And then yeah, that is done. Just close it there, and perfect. We don't need to have an else here, because all we want to check is if it's true, and if it's not, then there's nothing else we'll do there. Then now all we'll do is we want to do when the actual 100%, Becca, 100%. So what we want to do is when the actual um website or when the web app loads, we want to do the first function. So we're going to do window. This is outside everything. Then we're going to do window dot onload, right? So it's going to onload will have function which is equal to function, and there's no parameters in this function. Uh no parameters. And then you can just do check API key and end it just like that. So this unload, it will start this function of checking the API key. Then if there is one, it will add it. If not, it will ask you to actually um why is setup API key not used? Unless I'm mad. Thank you so much, BQ. Oh yeah. Okay. So we just need to now use setup API key in our index.html, which is here. Okay, so just check that it's the correct wording. So I saw here it wasn't working. So just check that it's set API key, same as here. So you'll see now here it will have usages. There we go. So now it's being used. So now we are done with the entire contact book. Are there any questions? Let's first run it and actually test our code and see if what we did is that. Oh, firstly, let's tick off what we've done. We've done the delete. Hey, what a tick. We've done the delete and boom, we've done our CRUD operations. So now let's see. So let's add, I keep adding my email address, but it's fine. Let's add your email address and say start using. Boom. After we do that, here it is. Now we see all the data back, right? And then uh you can refresh, which will now do that. You see that load context, it shows up just quick because our call is very fast. So there's a load context that shows up there. That's our loading screen. Then you can add a contact. Did I not do the add part? Add contact. Why is our add contact not working? Let's see. Let us see. Add contact page. Yeah, add contact. Is the thing okay? Oh, this is on our home page actually. Maybe I didn't do it. Our main. Oh, show add context. Did we not do it? We didn't actually. So we're missing a function, guys. We're missing a function called show add contact. So the reason this is not working, this button, is because we're missing a function. So let's quickly go back to our JavaScript and find where our other functions. It's here. Show add contacts, or is it add contact? Ah, so you see, spelling as well, as if you don't use the correct naming, it's not gonna work. So just change it to show add contacts. So whatever you had it as there, now it should work. So let's refresh, add contact. Okay, now it's not loading the actual contact form. Show page contact. Show page, add contact page. Add contact page. And then here we have it as you see, guys, not writing things the same. It's add contact page, not add contacts page. Yeah, ne? There we go. So, Ompile, thank you so much for the hot me. So this is now the part of debugging, right? This is your debugging stage, okay? So this is where you now start debugging your code if stuff are not working. So you start seeing, okay, what did I do wrong? So that's how we do that quick debug. So now you see we can see our thing. So let's add a person called Smith. Is Smith a name? No. Peter. Peter Smith. Peter Smith with a number of 081 2345678, and their email address is p.smith at gmail.com. Yes, they are on YouTube. Won't add a profile picture. So let's save contact, and you'll see here it says contact added successfully. And if we go down, here is Peter Smith. We just created a contact, right? Now you can edit this contact, and again, it's not working. Why is it not working? Clearly, we wrote something wrong. So let's go back to our code and see our edit contact page. Let's see what it says here. Edit contacts page. See? Debug. Then change it back to contact. Uh, so let's go back to our contact, edit, and there we go. So you see, this is the default App Academy or IT Varsity uses if we did not add a profile picture. So this is the default you get, and you see it pre-populated all the data for us. So if maybe I wanted to change now my surname or my new name, I've got another name called John. So I've got Peter John Smith. Let's update contact. Contact updated successfully. And if we go down, here he is. We've got Peter John Smith. Just like that, you've created a contact form. And we can delete Peter John. Let's delete Peter John because we don't need him anymore. We delete, and contact deleted successfully. If we go back, it is done. And yeah, I think we can push this to GitHub, and then that is it for actually week 6. Are there any questions? First, let's push. Are there any questions? Ish, I didn't split it up in lessons, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't split it up in lessons, but basically you'd see which lesson is which. This is final completed, commit and push. If you guys want to find it on the GitHub, it is on the GitHub. On my GitHub, you'll find all the code there. If you want to actually copy it and then maybe see if yours not working, you can use it as a reference point to try and figure out where the issues lie. So let's just see our GitHub. Are there any questions? Repositories. And here it is, week 6 contact book. Everything is there. Any questions, comments, concerns? 6 to 7, what, 6 to 8? Oh, it took 2 hours. Not bad. Not bad, actually. Oh, and those who are in the WhatsApp group, this was the where's it? This was the application I had to do for the school assignment. Those are in the WhatsApp group. This was it. It was like a forum, whatnot. So this is a website in Java, actually. So something called you've got JSP .jsp, and then you can serve websites in Java, then have your backend as well. So if you guys are interested in checking that out as well, it is public. You can just look at it. Were you at the Yoba hackathon? Yes, I was. What? I was at the hackathon with my friend. Okay, found my divs, they were minimized. Yes, I'm sure they were, because I think I also minimized mine, right? Yes, yeah, because they were taking up space. Oh, so they were missing. They were like this. Sorry, art for you. I went in to go see Misha, but I also participated online. Did we meet at any point? Ish. A lot of people come to me and say they saw me at hackathon, and I always forget who I saw. Now I can teach. Actually, what would be the next thing in the academy? So we are now 14. So we're doing backend development, building an API. Okay, maybe actually. So the next part is the backend development intro. Guys, we're almost done. You'll see that. Like, almost done. We'll catch up a bit fast for me. We'll catch up after I have supper. Was it a bit fast? I actually thought that was quite a good pace. I'm actually happy I finished so quick. That was interesting. What else can I do? Let's see. Mm, what do you guys want? Are you guys good? Do I end it there? Yes, Viola, thank you for that. It was a good pace. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much, Becca. Becca Q, thank you so much. Appreciate you. So I'm guessing there's no questions. Thank you. I'll see you next time. I'll see you next time. Finya said, Yahoo. Guys, you mustn't use the real numbers here. Wait for 121. They're gonna call you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gifts. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Guys, don't use your numbers. Yo. I man, this list is actually less. How much is this list here? Do they delete? I think they delete them. Next time, please be more about Python, please. Thing is, okay, yeah, we can do Python next. Oh, today's Saturday actually. Oh, good. So they deleted others, well. Again, more deleted. Let's refresh her. So were you guys able to actually? Were you guys able to create, update, delete? Do y'all understand the CRUD stuff? Do y'all understand this thing? Does my Android Studio work here? Maybe we can do an app. Yeah, ask questions. Okay, we can do that. We can do that. Yeah, open delete it. Next time, Obama, next week. Okay. Yeah, we can work on that. We can work on that. Maybe we can actually end it there, and then moment of silence. Ish, don't do that just because I did that to you, Karab. Ungayenzi njalo. Ungayenzi njalo. Uh thing is, I'm thinking of what to do unless I end it and do my other live because we're done here. No one has questions. I was gonna do my apps on here, but ish, I don't want to do that. Nizobona izinto. Did I not push? How can I download JavaScript without paying it? You don't have to pay for it. You don't even have to download it. Nope, we're done. You can switch it up. Okay. Wait, I can do the drawing game on here actually. Because I can draw with this instead of drawing on the phone. Because, yo, guys. But no, how do I catch if people got it right first? Guys, let's see something. Let's see something together. I wanna see something. Um, please show us your first code you coded. First, do I have it? Actually, this was one of my first. Oh, there's this app I created. Okay, so this was like, yo, look, there's not even anything in there. Okay, we can't count it. Where is it? Does this have anything? This is a contact form. Ah, this is the school's website. Okay, guys, let's judge my old projects. Let's judge my old projects. Uh, let us see. Let's see this old project. This was done how many years ago? 6 years ago. 6 years ago. So we'll see it now. Uh, oof, oof, oof. I'm scared to open it. Crazy, crazy. Where's the images? Is there no images here? There's images, right? Uh, okay. Let's open this with WebStorm and check it out quickly. Uh, let's open. I have what IDE are you using? It might be your IDE. I IDEA. What's this? IntelliJ. Oh, you can download the community edition. of IntelliJ. Okay, guys, let's see. Let's see. I just want to see where index.html is. Where does it find the images? Cannot resolve. So I need to move it in here. Okay, now it found it. Let's open it and see. Let's rather open it here. Okay, this was my first school's website. mm, mm. How is this nice? Yeah, Ray. This was 2019. Mm, 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 mm. Live stream, are you happy? There's the oldest. Ah, Mr. Tanza. Okay, what is next? What was the old okay, there's nothing there. Deep hospital. Oh, this was a thingy we did. Are too nice. Too nice. Hey. I know this was something, yo. Does this even work? I was about to put my email address for work. How? Okay, that doesn't work. Thank you so much, Eric Coda. Thank you. This was my principal. Uh, okay, it linked it. It linked. Why did guys? It linked the school's website was linking to my social media accounts. Imagine that. Instagram, Simi Sips doesn't work anymore. Eish. Nah, there was no ChatGPT at the time, of course. So, so there was you're working on your own with Stack Overflow. That was my best friend, Stack Overflow. People were very helpful on Stack Overflow. Then I started doing Kotlin. Yeah, so there's the Road app. I did it in Kotlin at first, but then I think I went to what's this Flutter afterwards, and then what is this Braincap developers? Oh, I have a website. Let's see my website, guys. Let's see my website. Ningahleki. This was Braincap's website. That was my company. Git clone. 3 years ago. Ah! Hey, but damn, 3 years is still a lot. Let's see how much I've improved from 3 years. Oh, you back? Funan. Okay, guys, let's see this one. Yo, 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 yo. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Y'all didn't see that, ne? But this was not bad, actually. So these guys were supposed to be the business partners. They were supposed to be the business partners for brain cap developers. Yo, yeah, ne? You think it, we code it. About. Hey, uh, you bullied them into the business. Yes, I did. I did. Okay, this was the school's. Oh, and there you can see the school's app. This was the school's app. Look at how it looked. Yo, I 2020 Healthify road app. Even yo, hi guys. Web development. Diversity high school. Diversity high school. Hey, 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 hey. What were you learning in school? This is way too advanced than what I was learning in school. No, I was doing your normal physics, life science, geography, but I wanted to do CAT. I never got to do it. Then I just started learning how to code. That was the first. That was after I did the first website. So I only did the website when I was 16, and then the app. Here's the app. This was in 2020. 2020. How old was I? I don't know. Please tell me about getting my app on. So TV. So there's the Play Play Store console, and you can just add your apps on there. So you'd see here. Here's the app. Here's the apps that are there. See, this one was now suspended because they wanted like it needed an update based on some policies and all that stuff. Too lazy to do that, so I left it. This was removed as well. Didn't follow some policies. This one was rejected because it takes your background location all the time. This one was removed again by them and wrote up because of policies as well. But the process is simple. You'd get here. You have to buy the license, which is 20 $25 once off. Then you can start adding apps. Where do you even add an app again? Oh yeah, there'd be create app right there. Where my how do I make it big? Yeah, right there. You'd have create app. Then yeah, you just follow the steps. It's quite easy step, but it's a long process. It's very long. They want a lot of stuff. They want a lot of stuff. Tejo, how are you? So yeah, the main app here we have is the church's app. This is the main one. Uh, so it's quite a good number. Quite a good number. Your Play Store account was. You can't see my gift gallery. I don't think so because I'm streaming from Streamlabs. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't know how to do this thing. Why am I under gaming? Coding with. Oh, yeah. That's the app I did for them actually. This is how it looks. This is how it looks. So you see the improvement from You see the improvement from our my first apps, like these ones. Huge improvement. How do you upload API? How do you upload apps API program online? Maybe I'm not getting your question. How do you upload apps API program online? Can you please rephrase? Can you please rephrase? Even the website, Eric. Website is us. Black code. There's it. This is us. Oh, it's church tomorrow, guys. It's church tomorrow. Okay, we need to update that number as well. And yeah. Hey. Gonna show other things. It's all the branches. Firstly, how do you know? Firstly, do you know? Dude, what is your English saying? Firstly, do you know API program online? Do you know? Do you know API program online? Learning Caesar, guys. Chat. I asking, do I know of API online programs? I asking, firstly, do you know API program online? API program online. Ish. Can someone help me? Maybe I'm slow today. Maybe I'm slow. Oh, we're starting right. Thank you so much, Eric. Do you build complete CMS website too? Yes, sir. Yes, we do that. Create a website and it's working perfectly on my phone. Info is scattered. Why? You didn't do mobile responsiveness, so it's not mobile responsive. So every time you do, you need to always check the responsiveness of your website. So how it would look on certain um, sizes. So it means you maybe just created your website and kept it as is based on one device size. But all the other device sizes, you left them. See, it's how it would look on an SE. For example, me, I know I've got an issue somewhere. Where is it? Is it on this app? Is it this one? Oh, no, this one was fine actually. Yeah, no, this one is fine, but I know there's one of them, one of the church ones, where something is just not fine. So you see, this is responsiveness. On a phone, it would look like this. And yeah, it's how it would look based on each. Oh yeah, there's also that. You see, this where we are doesn't look nice on this size until here. See, different response to this full. Yo, that is crazy. I've never checked that. Okay, is there any other old projects? These are all private. How much code right now? How much code right now in the real world, like at work? Good amount. Like, I code every day. I code based on how much work I have, and we always have work, so I code every day. Um, yeah. Uh, oh, this app. This was for. Oh, I see. Man, you're really good. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, I see. I will have to fix that on my next file. You'd have to do it on your CSS and have media queries to change certain elements to be a different size based on the screen size. This app, guys, was I think was one of my first Dart apps, right? Oh yes, then I done Road app again in Flutter. Cool. So this was one of my first Flutter apps. I used to be Java, like Java all the way. Then Kotlin came along. I hated Kotlin, but then I got employed for that, so I started learning it. And then this app was uh basically, like when what's Bolt was called Taxify. It was like a clone-ish of Taxify, but for a client who wanted to also do an e-hailing app. So I created a driver version as well as a driver version and a rider version. So I made the code public so anyone can actually download it. But 2022, definitely dependencies are quite old, so it needs a good refresh. It needs a good refresh. Then here's Road app as well. I did make it public also. This is the GRA app. What else did I do? Oh, this was for something else. What was this for again? Bulk SMS is. I think it was one of the hackathons we're learning about. Oh, we needed to do SMS stuff, but I just. This was school, ne? This was church, GBC, CMS. Yeah, we didn't even finish it. Yeah, here I was still learning, but. Yo, yeah, there's a lot of Python learning and then so started learning Python from church from um one of the best programmers I know, my business partner. So yeah, he put me a lot onto Python. So I started doing a lot of Python. This was my what's this my assessment to join where I work. So they wanted, or first they gave me an assessment for engineer, whereas I needed to get an Android developer assessment. So I had done it, finished it, but then they told me I was doing the wrong one. So after that, I fixed it up by creating a different one, which was this one, the Kotlin one. So yeah, and then that was the assessment. I did a Flutter version as well as a Kotlin version. Then went through the code and then they saw all the stuff, etc. Then during the same time, I started applying. I had another one at Basalt. I don't know if you guys know Basalt. It's not a financial thingy. Did that, but I didn't make it. Basalt again. What was Basalt here for? Oh yeah, this was this. Oh, I hadn't added that. Eesh. Okay, and then let's see. Then this was the first church website. Mm. Oh yeah, this was yeah. This was another site, guys. Evening I beg, yo. Mm. But let's move on. This was during school stuff. Here I was learning about the block architecture in Flutter. This was some Django projects. Then I started working on the GBC app. This is the website. Then this is the ticket site that we have, where our church can now actually have a ticketing system. Did a football app. This was when I joined. The senior Android dev gave me a task to do an actual football app. Did I finish it? I don't even remember if I finished it. Oh yeah, we did. So they were just checking my skills in Kotlin. Then I started learning Compose. Then I stopped, started doing other stuff, other stuff, other stuff. GBC app redesign. This was another client. Yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff, guys. What I wanted to do, yes. Why was I on ChatGPT? Mm, how to What is it? Live. So what I want to do, right, guys, is basically here. I want that whatever I get in the chat here, okay? So whatever someone sends in the chat, whoever sends it first would be first or whatever. Yeah, no, I've come a long way for real. So I just want to see with chat, I'll show it this, how to get the chat value to play guessing game and see who sends the message first. As the URL, this is how the screen looks. So guys, this is, let me show you all some coding with AI, your vibe coding. And this is basically the screen I have. Okay, that's how the screen looks. This is my live monitor, so we can do some scraping. Messages that come through, including usernames. Then we add we need to add a timer. Nah, we don't have to do that part actually. I can do a timer myself and then I'll say guys done. Yeah. Then show a leaderboard for all people. Right, let us see. Yeah, I don't have that, of course. Chat scraper, okay. At a, for internal turnover rate. Okay, so young man, how are you? Are you coming tomorrow? Since we didn't see you today. All I need is to enter the rats. Let us see. Enter the correct answer menu, script monitors, chat live, and someone sends a message so they get marked as first guest live. Breakdown is a chat listener via puppeteer, script monitors, what. Game admin will enter. Node.js, sock. Alright. Alright, cool. Uh, okay. Try it locally. To add sound and someone gets right. Okay, no, we don't need that yet. Okay, guys, let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Let's do this. I've never used Socket.io. Okay. Yeah. On WebStorm. Guys, this is vibe coding. This is vibe coding. You'll see. This is vibe coding. Node.js backend script. Okay, okay, okay. Uh, but now obviously you need to now think. You need to know the questions you have. You need to understand as well. Because now another thing I want to see is how will it log in? Will allow me to enter credentials. Becomes a full headless false allows manual login like a Chrome session is how it works. Launches your browser, navigates, and then once logged in. Alright, you see? Perfect. So since we have that, uh, now let's see the steps to implement. Don't worry about spelling. Ish, my spelling also sometimes because I type fast. Okay, front end, what? Which editor do you use? I use WebStorm. I use WebStorm. Node. Okay, I'm trying this, guys. Let's try it. So I just want to see how we can do this. Let's close Android Studio. This will be interesting because I won't have to be drawing on my phone. Okay, we don't need you. We're done with CRUD. Okay, they say we need a new project, right? So let's create a new project. TikTok guessing game. Node.js. TikTok guessing game. And then we'll use this window. Okay, oh, that's done. Okay. How are you guys actually watching me do this? npm init. Okay, did that already. And then express socket.io puppeteer. Huh? Puppeteer for each other. Okay, let's just quickly install. While we wait, any other questions? Any other questions? What are you going to do? What I want to do is I want to create something that will check the monitor live endpoint, or check the monitor live site, right? And get all the comments people are sending. Oh, I forgot about YouTube. Okay, we'll try and see what we can add for YouTube as well. But get all the comments people are sending, and then they guess an answer. Maybe I can ask a questions or something, but then they guess an answer, and then we'll check if they were right or wrong. Because TikTok has a thing called draw and guess, where you draw and they guess, and then it will automatically find what's first, second, whatnot. So I wanna see if we can do that ourselves, so we can draw it ourselves. Because drawing on there, or even show like a incomplete logo, then you guys have to now guess. I feel like that would be a bit better. Okay, then they said the next part is I need to add um public, so a new directory called public. Disclaimer, this is chat code. Disclaimer. Then we want a HTML file. Okay, So this will be index.html. Look at that. Index.html. And then outside we want a server.js. Alright. So into server.js, let us see, and then into index.html. Bam. I guess that will be my, then write node. There's no way that's done. There's definitely no way that's done. Guys, okay, wait, let's see. Allow. It's not. Why? Because it's for testing. Okay, let's tell chat that we can't log in. Let's see what chat says. So we'll tell chat we can't log in. You like what I like. Use. Okay. What? On Chrome, locate your. Alright. Find your Chrome profile. Oh, okay. Browser. Let's see where that is. Browser server. Here. And we want. Okay, let me try and find my actual. Try and find my profile. So it's under Chrome. Contents, right? What did it say? Chrome. Oh, application support, which is under library. Where's library, guys? Application support, and then we're looking for Google. Okay, and then Chrome, and we want default, which is there. Okay, it's like same. Is it my profile? Oh, there's a profile here. No, this works. Okay, let's see. I'll run this again. It's been running multiple browsers. Oh, we need to close the other browser. Where's the other browser? Hey, but I need to inlet. Failed to launch the browser process undefined. Chrome. File exists. Okay. Again, let us see. User port doesn't been run by Chrome. Oh, isn't used by my main browser. TikTok bot. Okay. Let's create a new profile called TikTok bot. TikTok bot. Done. It's created. What's profile 8 actually? Chrome. Profile 8. How? I don't want to kill Chrome though. I'm running things on Chrome. No, let's try it again. Without killing. Okay, server's running. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, I got my stuff aside. Still not allowing. I should have email and password. Oh, can't I use QR code? Okay, no, my camera will wait for a bit. Let's see. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Maximum number reached. I can't log in at the moment. Let's try again later. Cheaper, how are you? Okay, guys. Ish. We've not. Okay. Let's try one more time. Let's close up TikTok here. If you can just log in, I think then we're a step closer. Okay. What happened? Timeout. Yadelela Musland. Okay, guys, iPhone. I don't know what else to do now. And this is the account we're live on. Ish. Maximum number of attempts reached. Hey, my number, yo. What happened? Yay! My number. Wait. I'm I'm trying to log in here. This thing. Ish. If I could just log in. Uh, maybe this profile could be logged into Google, right? Let me try and log into Google. Hi, I'm still here. I'm still here. You just don't see my face. How, Perry, you are here. Welcome back, Billy. I still can't log into the. What do you mean can't log in? What's the error? Okay, I'm giving this up for now because I've done many attempts. We tried, we're close. If you want. Okay, let's close Chrome and see. Week 6, what more are we doing today? We're done with everything. We're done with it all. No, I'm not, and I can't log in because it's a some sorts of it's unsafe browser. It says. Ah, Streamlabs. I could have just been using Streamlabs. Okay, let's tell it to use Playwright. Whatever Playwright is. Actually, someone told me about Playwright. Yes, it's on my GitHub, Harley. It's on my GitHub. Hey, what did I do? Yo. Hi man, is there no API? TikTok API. I saw one man. There. Ah, Techfinity has an API now. Is it free? Hmm. Guys, I think I found another way. I think I found another way. Let's tell it if we can use this. Mm. Oh yeah, you can't see me anymore. Is it even on now? Yeah, it is. Oh no, it's Windows only. Haba Borashem. Another roadblock. Nope, I'm too tired for this. Too much work. I'll just end and then start again. Because, this requires like an actual deep work. Uh, is it on? Mm, 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 mm. I have Python though, right? Uh, access denied. See, it won't work. I need PyCharm. It's a lot of work, guys. I. I'm even hungry now. Yo. But let's see. Okay, I'll pin it this side. It's chat. Ah, thank you for the subscribe. What project do you want me to start? Just wanna try this and see actually if it works. That's actually I need to chat actually. Okay, there is events. What am I looking for? Events. Comment event is there, yeah. Okay. Ziki, what do you want? No. Chat. Hey, chat sometimes. No bye, Sashem. I need PyCharm open actually. Mm, 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 Actually, if this works, I've got a better idea to work on. Do 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 dum dum dum. Oh, they said no ad. Did I get the new server? That JSON. This is the new server. That JSON. And we need this. Okay, I think it's still the same, but let's see. And then we're gonna run the server. Ha ha ha. Where'd all that come from? Nodes of the JS. And then the Python side. Oh, I didn't do the. It's .vnv // activate. Permission denied. Are you mad? I have to still do this in PyCharm. There's some crazy stuff. PyCharm. Okay, the server is running. Let's just run this on the side. This is. Yeah, what is that? Python. Uh, okay, okay. TikTok, send a message, guys. Send a message, guys. Oh, let's just say Okay, Python. Okay, okay, guys, it is there. It is working. It's working. Where's YouTube? One who want? It's working. It is working. Someone else send Python. Some okay, go to YouTube. Send TikTok. Send Python. I wanna see if you show up as number two. Sam. Ah, there you are. Hehehe. Soft boy. Ah, there you are. Ooh, okay. That's good. That's good. That's good. Um, let me tell you it works. But can we have two separate pages? One for submitting answer and saying it's done. Then second to show leaderboard, and once I say done, show that it's done. Use a better, use a better. You you are using Tailwind, CSS Modern Design. Let's see. Let's see. Yo, all this just for. Okay. This is the index, right? Okay, build it then. Why are you just telling me? Wait, let's see. Index now. Okay, this is my one. Guys, leaderboard.html. Let's see it. Okay. Add this in your IO connection block. IO connection block in the server, right? Oh, add end round edit. Okay. And then what is it? So that's how it's for start leadership. I win. I have to do that HTML. Oh, I need to refresh it now. I didn't even edit leadership. Where is it now? I did copy it though, and I didn't edit. Leaderboard. Why am I saying leadership? I'm thinking of church now. Leaderboard.html. Okay. Then we'll have a localhost 3000. This will be where I enter the stuff, right? So if I have this here, let's put what is this is okay now just do flutter. Okay. I've set the answer guys. Put flutter. Just put flutter. Whoever's the fastest. Does it show up still? Okay, Samido got it first. Sam second, Softboy third. Okay. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. I need time now. Uh Perfect. Now get time from when I started the round and whoever gets it at a certain time show time next to the name in seconds. Okay. How yenzanga next most? Please show code in chat. Not what is it called? Not what is that thing called again? Yeah, in chat rather. This is actually not too bad. Could make this like an actual thingy people can use where they don't have to draw and you can change it to set other things. Oh, I didn't end around. Let's see if I end around what happens. Round ended. I don't know what happens now. Okay, it's fine. Eh, yes. Oh, it's no more scrolling. Oh, now it is. Server. Maybe refresh page. Ish, it's not even showing nicer. Okay, it's fine. At least it shows me people whoever guessed it correctly, right? Uh, what was I doing? Server. We're updating this, right? Okay, and then this thing. Okay. Show final updated pages for all based on requested changes. No. In chat. Okay, set answer status. Okay, we don't need that. There's time. Even there's time. Leaderboard. Okay. Okay. Let's put another word. The round was ended, right? So this word will be YouTube. Okay, the word is set. You can put something. Undefines. Yeah. Undefines. Yeah. Hey, let's tell it. It's fixing everything. I'm not touching nothing. Getting undefined here. Please, please, do your stuff. Do your stuff. Cool fellow. Hi, hi. Thank you so much for the gifts. 130. Um, there were people who were busy asking if you ask AI to do something for you, how do you now debug it? Just tell it to debug it. Simple. Show final date. We're almost there, guys. I'm gonna draw now or try something now. This will be so much better, I can't lie. Let's sell this, guys. Let's sell it to people. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Maybe let me. Oh, I didn't stop and start the server, guys, actually. Okay. Because obviously this will render. Oh, I didn't end the round as well. Round has ended. Let's do Facebook. Start. Okay. Facebook is the word. Perfect. We are ready. Ready for prod, guys. We're ready for prod. We're ready for prod. Production is ready. Production is ready. Ah. Okay. Hey, but the way the numbers are showing as well. Let me actually check that myself. The way the numbers are showing on the leaderboard. Okay. Step by step. Okay. Let's do it, guys. Let's play around with it. We'll put live leaderboards right there, and then it's in the round. Then, oh, I'll have to like side by side, right? Where I can draw. Each round has ended. It doesn't show the word. Uh, one round has in show word. Show correct word somewhere big. Stairway to heaven. Ish, but now YouTube as well. Imagine connecting the two. Oh, guys, I'd sell this. I would sell this. I would sell this. I'd give you guys subscriptions to say you need to subscribe. Time you can use this to ChatGPT. uh, people are playing, guys. People are playing out there. Like, you've got chat. Why waste time? You've got chat. Okay, but you need to understand as well. Even though I still don't understand some of this here that I'm seeing, but you need to understand. This is our leaderboard, right? Leaderboard.html. Let's update that. Server.js. This needs to go now, Shem. Did I do leaderboard? Okay. I didn't end around. Oh, did it end itself? Oh, it did. Okay. Refresh. Let's end that. Start it again. Okay. The word will be Chrome. Okay. The word is Chrome. End round. The correct word was. Oh, Rose got it. Okay. Okay. You're not showing the word, chat. You're not showing the word, chat. Did I say you're not showing the word, chat? Make sure you're sending. This is in server the JSON socket. Where's the socket? My girl. Actually, I want to play music, guys. I think I'm gonna end YouTube and start it again if they want to join. But they're not gonna be able to talk. Wait, in which one? When emitting round ended. Round ended. Oh. No, it's there. What is it saying? And then ensure you set the word. This is in the client. So round ended. You know what? Please do not do that other thing. Show it in chat. Okay, that's fine. Leaderboard, was the word text there? It's there. Oh, it might be here. Suck it on. That's what's missing. Okay, let's just refresh this and see if it's there. Okay, we'll have to end and start again. The word will be TikTok. My girl. The correct word is unknown. Okay, it means word is not getting to it, right? Did I change server? Oh, I have to maybe stop the thing and start it again. Maybe that's why as well. Okay. Correct word is flutter again. The word is flutter. Flutter. Hey. Guys, I think I'm gonna leave this word for now. I just wanna try it out, like wanna trial it. Ah, how did yours come in? Some can please send one now while the round has ended. Say flutter. I see a bug. Yep, while the round has ended. Okay. It's fine. Now we'll have to just sort of fix that because we have to fix both. Okay, still showing unknown and a person's name appears even after round is over and they got it correctly. Okay, already guessed. What would be better, showing incomplete logos or drawing? Still try to draw. Hey, it's gonna be worse. I feel like it's gonna be worse for a bit. And then no changes. And this is leaderboard. Okay, let's end it. Start you again. I need to actually commit this and push it. This is a good project. Vibe coded project. A vibe coded project. Okay, let's refresh this one. Okay, the word is GTA. Okay, the time has started. You guys can put the word as GTA. It's like literally GTA. When you'll wait till it ends and then you'll try it when it ends. Okay, end the round. Some can put GTA. Oh, the word even shows now. Put GTA. Or anyone who's there can put GTA, even though the round has ended. Someone who hasn't got it. GTA doesn't show up. Perfect. We're ready to roll, guys. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. Huh? How what? They will see because they can see the screen. Look, they can see the screen. No, they're not gonna see the word. What do you mean? They're gonna see who got it right. Ugh. Aye, it's fine. We'll see those ones who got it faster than the others. It's still something. I need to sketch this drawing thing. Freeform. Yo, cause Kelly kicked my thing. Now the whole thing has changed. I've neglected YouTube. Okay. Where's where's the thingy? I mean, there was a draw thing here somewhere. Hmm? Mm-mm. Okay, it's fine. I know what I'll do. I'll screenshot this and open it. And then let's draw. Perfect. Okay, guys, let's play. Let's play the game. Let's play the game. Let us play the game. If you are playing, please don't come cheat here. Okay, I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Okay. What do you want? Topic or something? Let's see. I know right now this I've got a lot of tech people, so I'll start with programming languages. Programming languages logos. But if anyone has a suggestion, just to let me know. We'll go through that. Uh, okay. First, let me get the logo. Okay, I got a logo. Let's see. You can't see, right? Okay. Okay, let's go. It is. Hey, yeah, yeah. Okay. Hey, yeah, yeah. My drawings are still bad. There we go. This is an IDE. Okay. Do I have color here? Okay, I have color as well. Okay, let me color it. How? Hey, but this is not it. This is an X, guys. Maybe like this. Ah. Okay, I'll end it there. Two people got it correct. At number one, we got the correct one was Visual Studio. Number one, we've got Soft Boy. At number two, we've got Randima. Okay, what's our next word? Okay, okay, okay. Let's go. Where's it now? This is also a language and it's got like some text here. So programming language. Okay, yeah. Let's just put it at that. Let's just put it at that. Oh, okay, makes sense, makes sense. I'll do that. Okay, Tando. Yes, software. I'll definitely do that. Okay, software. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I think we also need to fix the code, right? Do you know how TikTok, if it sees the word in your answer, it will make it correct still. So maybe we should do that to check if the word already is part of your answer, then we make it correct because you actually got it. But okay, let's end the round. And at number one, we've got Randima at 62 seconds, tied with Tando. And at number two, we've got Soft Boy. Uh, Popular. You should have. Yeah, it should have been H number five. Actually, I made the mistake, but yeah. Okay, let's see. Um, which other language we can do? Also, I feel like I made a mistake joining bootcamp. That certificate isn't accredited, but fees 50K. Which bootcamp? Okay. Ish, they'll need to see my face. I wanna draw with my phone. Okay, wait, that defeats the purpose. mm, mm, where's this now? Why are they not doing the colors? Ah, okay, the this one. Let's do this one now. Um, okay, the word is. Okay, I need to start drawing first before I start the round, right? Um, and then it's got. And it's got that, and it's got that, and that. Got some squiggly lines there. Okay, that's a language as well. This is a language as well. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, okay, okay. Let's take it. Let's take it. The correct word was Java. And at number one, we've got Code Wave Kings. At number two, we've got Randima. Number three, we've got Soft Boy. At number four, we've got Sizwe. Welcome. At number five, we've got Kanyisa. Okay, okay, okay. We need to go harder. Harder. Hey, would you guys know this one? Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, let's remove. Cool. Mm, it's got like. Yes, another language. Another language. I wish I could do color. Color would help you all a lot. I don't understand this thing. Don't let it. How? 1, 2, 3, 4. I see three here, but four people sent. Oh, Codewood Waves' spelling was wrong. Codewood Waves' spelling was wrong. Okay, let's take it. At the word was Kotlin, and at number one we've got Soft Boy. Number two we've got Randima. At number three we've got Sizwe. Yeah. The next word. Mm, wow, wow, wow. Okay. What are you doing? So they doing guessing. They guessing the game. The guessing game. Bum, 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 bum. How? Why is it not drawing? I think I draw this one so much. I should know it by now. Ish. Ish. Guys, this is a brand. There's some text here. Deep in chemistry masters. Yo. Deep in chemistry. Yari. But you can still do it. Self taught. Okay, the correct word was Reebok. Did I spell it right? I did, right? Yeah. I'm feeling like I did. At number one we've got Husainesa. I hope I said it right. Husainesa. At number two we've got Lebza. At number three we've got Sizwe. At number four we've got Rose. At number five we've got Soft Boy. Um let's see. Let's take this one. This is also a brand, guys. Something like that, right? Yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I'm gonna end YouTube. If you want YouTube again, just let me know. So I can play music, ish. Cause like yo, I'm sure it's so quiet, and I'm listening to music. YouTube, but anyway, you're not participating at the same time because you can't. I think I'm gonna end it. What? Yeah, just come to the TikTok actually if you wanna play. Oh, monetization was off. How's that? Ah. Okay, bye YouTube.